everyone, welcome back to Gunpla TV. I hope you enjoyed our All Japan Hobby Show footage that you saw last week with all the latest and upcoming Gunpla releases. We've kept some of that footage in our vault for the future, and most specifically, the Perfect Grade Strike Freedom Gundam is out in December, and we have an exclusive interview with the product planning manager. So you're going to see that video in a few short weeks. And before we get on to what we're going to show you today, let's have a look at what just came through the door. So the newest Gunpla kit we have here is the Master Grade ReZEL, another Gundam Unicorn kit. Gundam Unicorn is all the rage because shortly Volume 2 on Blu-ray is going to be coming out, so you're going to see a lot more Gundam UC kits, and that makes me happy because they're my favorite series. So if we just have a look in here, nothing special when it comes to being an MG, but you are going to get some clear effects parts for the face and chest, and of course it's lovely blue colored. Bandai's done a great job of this color. So hopefully those of you who like this kit are all on your way on building it. So if you build this kit, be sure to send us pictures because I want to see it. And next up, another hot new release, of course, is Gundam UC. Here's the Sinanju. And this quite possibly could be the best HG kit that I've ever seen. And because we're so impressed with this kit, we're going to use this episode today to show you all about this kit and how it compares to its Master Grade counterpart. So the Master Grade Sinanju. This came out in 2008, at the end of the year in December. And it was and still remains one of the best-selling Master Grade kits that we've ever seen here. And most people who have purchased it have nothing but praise for this. However, with a 7,000 yen price tag, maybe it's out of the range of some people. Well, Bandai has kept that in mind, and rather than rush the HG kit, they took 2 years to develop it, and then released the HG kit last week for only a fraction of the price. So we're going to show you the differences and similarities, and you can make a decision for yourself. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about when we compare the Master Grade and the HG is the included markings. Now, the Master Grade is a version Katoki kit, which means you're going to get a lot of markings, almost too many, in fact. And most of these are dry transfers, but it does include the gold foil stickers for the black parts. And if you don't like using the gold foils, well, you get an option of these water slide decals. And I know a lot of people prefer to use water slides when they're decaling their kits and things like that. When it comes to the HG, however, you're only going to get one set of decals, and even that for an HG is an exception. So you get your gold foil stickers, and this will do the entire kit and the shield as well. And for the most part, they're really well done. However, they're a little over the top when you look at how you have to put the markings on the knee. It actually takes 24 of these little gold foil stickers to do both knees. And while that might seem like a lot, the effect is really superb for an HG kit, so you'll find that out for yourself when you start applying these stickers, but allot yourself some time. Alright, so the Master Grade kits are known for their highly detailed and intricate inner frames, and because of that they have excellent articulation, whereas the HG kits, they don't have an inner frame, so to speak, so their articulation is usually provided by polycaps at all the major joints like the knees and hips and things like that. However, with the Sinanju, a kit like this has articulation in so many different places. How does the HG compare? Well, let's have a look more closely. So the first thing we'll look at with the Master Grade is the leg. And it's worth noting that this Master Grade is assembled not using any polycaps at all, but the joints are all ABS joints, and they function really well and hold the weight of the kit really well. First thing we're going to check out here is this leg, and as you can see, this thing rotates like this. The thrusters are pointing at the back, so when you pose him as he's flying and things like that, you can get the angle you want him projecting at. And also on the back of the leg, you have these wings that will pop out. Very handy. Usually when he's standing, I tend to pose him like this. You know, he's all closed off, he's finished for the day. How does the HG compare? Well, the HG, through the use of a polycap, which are abundant in this build, it will also turn like that. And it's not stiff at all. This thing will maneuver very easily, and because it's very light, it's an HG kit, it will stay in place. Now the flaps on the back, they do move, but of course the range of motion is not quite the same as you'll get on the Master Grade kit. But that Bandai thought to include it is a pretty good touch. The bottom one doesn't move, unfortunately, but you can't expect too much because there's not really a lot of space to put a polycap in here when you have the ankle joint so close. Okay, next up on the Master Grade Sinanju, we're going to look at the thrusters mounted to these massive wings on the back. And what Bandai did when they engineered this kit is they have that this thing will open and close. Right now it's in the open position. If you push this in, you can see it closes on its own. And if you want to pull it back out, it's going to open. Let's be very careful here. Don't break my baby. Sorry, guys. There, I got my hand in there. So you can see it pops out like this. And these will swing on their joint here. So like this, and then whoop, depending on his flight trajectory, I suppose, these will change. Now, back to the HG kit. What's Bandai done for this? With the HG kit, this part will not slide out. There's no gimmick like in the Master Grade. They do put 2 polycaps in here, which will allow these to open and close ever so slightly. So you do get a little bit of range of motion. When you first assemble the kit, it's going to be very stiff, so you'll need to work it in. But through the use of polycaps, and also here as well, you'll have the same range of motion as the Master Grade. In some cases, even a little more. It'll even open up a little more. So very good. Also the tanks on the back. The tanks on the back will also move depending on what position you want to place them in, just like the Master Grade. So Bandai has matched them up pretty well. Now we'll look at other pieces of parts of articulation on the Master Grade kit. All right, next up we'll look at the arms. And what Bandai has done with the Master Grade is these spiky things that cover the thrusters. These are also movable. You can adjust them. The posability in the Master Grade, of course, is fantastic, thanks to all the ABS joints and just the sheer number of articulation points. And if you look here, this is actually a gimmick. You can put a beam saber in this part, but it actually closes up for when you don't need it. It'll close in like that. Well, how does the HG compare? Let's get the HG out here. The HG, just like the Master Grade, you're going to have this part here. Pivots pretty freely. However, this part is just one piece. It's not going to move. There is no joint in this part, so you can't actually attach the beam sabers in this way. While this is maybe a little disappointing when you compare it to the Master Grade, as it's not an essential part of the kit, you can forgive Bandai for leaving something like this out, seeing as they don't have the internal frame to actually make it work. Next up, let's have a look at the weapons. So with the Master Grade Sinanju, you can see they include a variety of weapons here. We have the rifle, we have the shield, and the shield contains the B-Max handles here. We have the B-Max blades, and of course the beam sabers. Now, how does the HG Sinanju compare with the Master Grade when it comes to weapons and things like that? Well, we've got them laid out over here, and as you can see, we're pretty much looking the same. We have the rifle, the shield, B-Max handles, but look, there's also B-Max handles here, so you're getting an extra set of B-Max handles with the HG. And then we have the B-Max blades and the beam sabers. And Bandai, with the HG, they've actually included extra hands. And you can build these hands to hold the weapons and then put them on the Sinanju. Whereas the Master Grade, you only have the one set of hands they give you. So in effect, the HG actually gives you more stuff. And we're going to look at the gimmicks that come with these weapons a little more closely. So we're looking at the rifle, and as you can see, I've painted this rifle. It's not going to look like this out of the box in the Master Grade. It's going to be all one color. But the Master Grade actually has this movable scope like this, which is really cool actually. And if you ever find the limited edition bazooka, you can actually hook these things up as well. And also there's a grenade launcher attached to the gun here. And this will come off. You pop this out and slide it forward. And you have this grenade launcher. And the grenade launcher is made to attach to the shield. So I'm going to bring the shield in here. So here's my shield. What you do is you turn this over. You can actually attach the grenade launcher somewhere in here. There it is. Attach your grenade launcher to your shield, so it sneaks out on you there. Also, the B-Max handles, as they attach on here, they swing out and they can swing around, and they can swing down here, and you can attach your beam axe handles here. The long ones, they'll shoot out as well. But here's the attachment for the shield on the MG. And this was kind of controversial because they actually give you this little hook here, and the hook is supposed to hook onto part of the shoulder, so it kind of hangs there. A lot of people felt that this was kind of a poor way to do things. Maybe it's a little flimsy. A lot of people went ahead and made their own modification when it came to attaching the shield. If you look at the weapons and the shield for the HG, however, here's the HG rifle. As you can see, it also contains a scope that will move, just like the Master Grade. Very nice. Very well done, Bandai. It's a nice touch, and of course it comes off as well if you want to, because this will store on the back of your Sinanju skirt. And here's the grenade launcher, and just like the Master Grade, it comes off. So here's the HG shield. You can load on your grenade launcher. It's almost easier than the Master Grade. It's here, sports the same. Now, the gimmick on the shield, these axe handles, they're not going to flip over, but it's easy enough for you to just pop them off and change sides. And you get the same effect. This is going to work the same way, like this. And you can actually do this with the grenade launcher on here, and it's not going to get in the way. When it comes to the shield attachment, Bandai actually included an attachment for the shield. It's not going to hang off your HG like the Master Grade does. It includes a poly cap, and you just plug this in here. And what you do is you plug this into the opening in the poly cap in the arm, and it will stay on. Probably better than the Master Grade, actually. It will stay on, so you can pose your Sinanju in a bunch of different configurations with the shield pointing in different directions. And the way the shield doesn't affect the posing at all. All right, that concludes our episode on the Sinanju and the HG, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't given the Sinanju a try, I'd like to recommend it to you. Go ahead and pick it up, build it. Let us know what you think about it. Send us lots of pictures. We want to see user content. And speaking of user content, we had a video review submitted by a very young gentleman recently, and he's reviewing his recently purchased from HLJ Gundam, HG Gundam. And I want everybody to go over there and check it out. It's really well done, and it really shows how this hobby is for people of all ages. So that wraps up this episode. We'll see you next time, and keep enjoying Gunpla.